Welcome, welcome, welcome to this place made sacred by our intention. To come together this morning, to walk through the door as individuals, and to become one with this meditation process. My best meditations often begin with a concept or a thought or a direction. This morning, I'm called by mindfulness, paying attention to things that we know are there, that we walked in as individuals. And we are now one together in this process. Mindfulness of so much that goes on that we don't notice. The telephone waves that are in this room right now, television signals, all of those invisible things. Mindfulness. The behavior of our organs, our heart. Mindfulness. Remembering the things that we know. There is one life. That life is God's life. Life is perfect. And that life is our life now. allow I allow whatever comes up. And just notice what comes up. I let the chattering monkeys fall still. And allow my heart to open. As I notice, as I notice what comes up, in addition to noticing, I allow myself to fall into the experience, into the thought, what comes up. I allow it to go deeper. as I allow this experience, I feel the joy, the celebration of life. As Spirit listens and speaks in, through, and as each of us. The oneness speaks. The oneness listens. The oneness smiles. The joy of the moment. The peace and love that is here. Mindfulness. Mindfulness. Blessings for all. Thank you. Hold in mindfulness that the service will begin in about 10 minutes at 10:30.
Good morning, Rio Grande Center for Spiritual Living.
Good morning.
That wasn't bad. Still got some talking and stuff going on, but welcome everybody. My name's Brian Kurtz. My pronouns are he and him, and I'm grateful for everybody who's here today. First of all, I want to thank Greg Gardner for leading a wonderful meditation this morning. Thank you, Greg. If you're joining online, thank you for being here. Hopefully my sweetie's over there in Southern California watching in. If not, she can pretend that she was and tell me, and I'll feel better. Please turn off your cell phones or any sort of beepers, poppers, clickers, or anything that might take attention away from someone who's enjoying their spiritual experience this morning. Together, we are transforming our world with the power of love in action. And I want to take a moment to acknowledge those folks who are being love in action. Susan Clark, our musical inspiration director, who rocked it here on Friday night for Solid Grounds.
Thank you.
This place was full, all right? It was full and rocking, and it was great. Check out Solid Grounds, because this coming Friday is going to be open mic night. There's a sheet in the back, but Tony Moore is going to be leading open mic. There are a few rules and things to keep in mind, so check out the flyer and be here early on Friday. I'd recommend 6:15, 6:20. They're saying 6:30. Music starts at 7. But if you want to be in the open mic, get here early, find out all the details, and look forward to seeing anybody there who's there. Jennifer and Cheryl Ray where's Cheryl Ray? Normally I'm seeing Cheryl Ray, and we got Michael.
She has another role this morning.
We got Michael working sound. We got Jennifer working computers. We got Carol Ann and Reverend Brent doing some greetings. Grace and Gilbert are working the Spirit Bound Bookstore today. Is there anybody else working Spirit Bound Bookstore today? Okay. We got Greg, Reverend Brent, Carmela holding space for us today, keeping everything grounded in consciousness and prayer. Maria Dion is going to lead our opening prayer and share the reading for the day. Christine Duval is going to host our celebration. And licensed Unity teacher Dr. Michele Coleman is going to be speaking today. Looking forward to that. She's one of my inspirations, and grateful she's here. We have some Healing Circle stuff happening in the back in the practitioner room. I'll be staffing that. Also, I'm the Artist of the Month in the bookstore today. Check out my book, Access the Real You, Touching Your Divinity and Applying Its Wisdom to Your Life. If you get a book through the bookstore, I gladly contribute 4 times my normal tithe on the profit of that, and we'll sign and autograph your book for you and put a little note in there if you'd like that. Also, next Sunday, aside from being Special Hat Day and Birthday Sunday, if you got a hat, I mean, for some of it's a necessity, but sometimes you just want to do it for fun. Special Hat Sunday, it's Birthday Sunday. It's also, listen closely, Bring a Friend Sunday, next Sunday. If you've got someone you want to share this place with, bring them along. I mean, all right, it may be a little scary or embarrassing or whatever it is that you might have going on in your brain about all that stuff. Let it go. I mean, I don't know about you guys. I walked in here the first time over 2 years ago and felt like home. Yep. Kent knows. It's like, if it resonates, be here. If you've got a friend that you resonate with, bring them in. I mean, what's the worst thing that can happen? They go, wow, that was weird, Or it might just be their kind of weird and wonderful, and that could be a really good thing. We have our Spring into Summer Cookout coming next Sunday. It's going to be fun. There's a sheet in the back next to Carmela, back center table. Write down what you'd like. We're going to have hot dogs, we're going to have hamburgers, but if you're one of those folks who wants vegan or vegetarian or some other option, you've got some dietary restrictions or preferences, put that on the sheet. Let us know, and we'll do what we can to have something for you guys to have too. Let's see, what else?
I'd just like to mention quickly that Cheryl Ray is not behind the soundboard this morning because she's going to be our musical guest.
Awesome. Thank you. I did not know that.
I just want to mention that.
Love it. Cheryl, where's Cheryl Ray? She hiding out? So why didn't I know about that? She does. I mean, she's president of the board. She does 4,000 things around here. Then she's here to share her gift, and like we don't even hear about it. Thank you, Susan. Okay, all right. It got buried in here somewhere. Charlie Thweet is going to be here Sunday the 8th at 10:30. He's going to be our guest speaker and providing music. It's about finding the gift. You must be present to win. I like that. And there's also going to be a workshop, The Heart of A Course in Miracles. For those of you who know about Course in Miracles, it's wonderful. For those of you who don't, check it out because it's wonderful. All sorts of just magical stuff happened when I started into that series. Also, Carol Ann, who's in the back, Carol Ann, raise your hand. Look back over your left shoulders and check out Carol Ann. Carol Ann is our volunteer coordinator. The reason a lot of stuff happens around here is because volunteers provide what they provide. Carol Ann is coordinating that. If you've got something that you see around here that you think maybe could be done better by you, well, guess what? Take that opportunity. Be the volunteer you want to see in the world. Is that right? Anyway, see Carol Ann because there's a ton of stuff that needs to happen around here. Office stuff, kitchen stuff, cleanup stuff, stuff in the bookstore. Most of the folks you see here just hanging out are doing something at some point during the week. If you've got something to contribute, please do. And if there's, spiritual economics is coming. Marilyn O'Leary and Maria Dion are going to be leading a course around this wonderful book by Eric Butterworth. Class fee is $99 plus some love offerings for classes. It's going to be Tuesdays 5 to 8, June 3rd through July 29th. 5:30? Thank you. You just made it easier for me to be there. I appreciate that. 5:30 to 8:30? 8? Oh, even better. Okay. Thank you. And if there's anything else that comes up, I'm hoping somebody covers me. Thank you.
If you'd please stand, I think it's time please sit down. This is like musical chairs. No, we're going to have a beautiful invocation by Maria Dion at this point.
And as the sound of the bell reverberates throughout this building and throughout your body, let it settle into your heart. Let it settle into that love, that presence of love, that presence which is in back of everything, that one essence that is in every molecule, atom, function of your body and of all life as we know it. And I allow that essence, which is in, around, and through me, and in, around, and through everyone here, and everyone listening to my voice, and everyone else in this world, that oneness is love, it is peace, it is vibrant health, it is security, it is clarity, it is wisdom, it is that perfect consciousness. And I claim that for myself and everyone else, for I know that everyone in this community is that love, is that perfect health, that vibrant expression of the one mind, the one thought, and the one heart. And as I know that to be true, I know and proclaim the perfection of this service. I give great thanks for the beautiful music, for everyone who has brought this service to us today. And most especially, I bless Dr. Michele Coleman, as I know that her message is exactly what each of us needs to hear, and that it reaches us in a deep, profound, and transcendent and transformational way. So knowing this to be true, we just let go and allow this service to unfold. And as we spend a moment in the silence, we find that presence, that oneness, and that alignment with everything stated. I am word through knowing of myself as word. Word, I am word. And so it is.
Okay. Now, would you please stand and join me in the opening song? Here we go. We are one mind. We are one heart, one in love and light. We are one mind. We are one heart, one in love and light. Something a little different. Follow me. We are one mind. We are one heart, one in love and light. Same thing. We are one mind. We are one heart, one in love and light. From the top, here we go again. We are one mind. We are one heart, one in love and light. We are one mind. We are one heart, one in love and light. We are one mind. We are one mind. We are one heart. We are one heart, one in love and light. We are one mind. We are one mind. We are one heart. We are one heart, one in love and light. Let's do that last line. One in love and light.
Welcome, everyone, to the Rio Grande Center for Spiritual Living. We are a place where we honor all names for God, all paths to God, and all expressions of God. My name is Chris Duval. My pronouns are she and her, and I'm your celebration host this morning. In the absence of Reverend Gill, and I've already missed his direction this morning. Just in his absence this morning, I'd just like us all to take a moment and just bless Reverend Gill and Robin with deep appreciation and love, and surrounding them with light and flow wherever they might be this morning. And also to all those who couldn't be with us this morning because of traveling, perhaps for the Memorial Day weekend. We bless them all. In this spiritual community, we're anchored in the principles of science of mind and New Thought, ageless wisdom. What we teach can be distilled down to a few basic concepts. First, there's only one power in the universe that is known by many names, and that each of us is an expression of that one power, that one light, that one love. And we enhance our awareness of our connection to the one through prayer and meditation, through learning, and through service. And because our thoughts are creative, we encourage ourselves and others to be anchored in spiritual principle at all times. We know that everything in our life is either an expression of love or a call for love, and there aren't any exceptions. And finally, each of us is whole, perfect, and complete just as we are. While there may be some thoughts or behaviors that we want to let go of, there is nothing that we need to add, because we are all worthy of love and respect, just as we are. And we want to take a moment to honor you and appreciate you for being here now. And we recognize your powerful presence and the gift that you are to the world. And if this is your first or second time here, or if you're back, especially to hear our wonderful speaker this morning, we want to honor you with a blessing right now. So we will rub our hands together and know this blessing is for you, whether you are here for the first or second time or whether you're an old timer. So we see you. We know who you really are. You are a divine emanation of spirit. We love you. We appreciate you. And welcome home. Okay. Susan.
I guess it is. I don't have my outline in front of me, and apparently I need it. Okay. So, as I mentioned before, we have a special guest. You might recognize Cheryl. She's usually behind the soundboard working away for us, but she has some hidden talents that you're about to hear. Not only is Cheryl going to play guitar, you've probably heard her play, some of you have heard her play piano. This morning she's going to play guitar, and we're going to perform a song that she wrote. So she's very multi-talented.
I don't get bored.
Yeah, you don't get bored. Yeah, the grass doesn't grow under your feet, right?
It does not.
Yeah.
So I wanted to say the first line of this, excuse me, is one that I started praying over each of my children. For many years I've done that. And then just recently, it was like this little voice said, "There's got more. There's more. It's a song. Listen, pay attention." And so here it is.
So I'm going to have you stand. And the words are on the screen for you because we'd like for you to learn this new song with us. Here we go, second verse. May you be healthy, safe, and whole in body, mind, and soul. May you be filled with joy and love. Be still with peace from above. May you be bright with light divine and have the whole world shine. May you be, may you be, may you be healthy, safe, and whole in body, mind, and soul. May we be filled with joy and love. Be still with peace from above, bright with light divine, and help the whole world shine. May we be, may we be, may I be healthy, safe, and whole in body, mind, and soul. May I be filled with joy and love. Be still with peace from above. May I be bright with light divine and have the whole world shine. May I be, may I be, may I be. Thank you, Cheryl. Very nice. I didn't realize that was actually a waltz. We could have had waltzing in the aisles. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Cheryl.
How beautiful. Wow, thank you, Cheryl. Okay, I think we're going to our vision and mission statement in a moment. All right. So if you'll say with me, vision statement. World with the power of love in action. In our mission, we love all creation through spiritual growth and service, always staying true to our highest self. Our reading this morning is from Eckhart Tolle's Stillness Speaks. Many expressions that are in common usage, and sometimes the structure of language itself, reveal the fact that people don't know who they are. You say, "He lost his life," or "my life," as if life were something that you can possess or lose. The one life, the one consciousness that pervades the entire universe and takes temporary form to experience itself as a stone or a blade of grass or an animal or a person, a star or a galaxy. Can you sense deep within that you already know that? Can you sense that you already are that? We'll spend a moment in the silence.
the burdens that sometimes come living this thing called life. Am I wise enough to make the right decisions when I'm standing at the fork in the road? Sometimes I wonder and ponder, only to realize that I'm not alone, and there's nothing I have to do on my own, 'cause I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. Yes, you can sing. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. Will I have enough to do the things I need to do to take care of myself? Will I have the health of mind and body to live a life of grace and boldness? Sometimes I wonder and ponder, only to realize that I'm not alone. There's nothing I have to do on my own, 'cause I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. You are the place. Let me sing. You are the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. You are the place where God shows up. You are the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. You are the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. It's in this very room. It's in all our hearts. As we open up and hear what needs to be heard, as we open up our eyes and see what needs to be seen, we are the place where God shows up. Thank you.
Need to do something? I'm still, I feel like I'm on. Thank you. All right, am I on now? Yes. Yeah, I am the place where God shows up. You are the place where God shows up. Yes, I love it. So I am going to introduce myself first. Huh? Yes. Yeah. As I am learning that I belong. I'm living through that. So you all have filled me with so much love today. I'm taking that in. Thank you. I am a licensed Unity teacher, and I served for 20 years in the Unity Center on Candelaria, and I've spoken and taught and done all that, but I'm relatively new here. It's less than a year that I've been here, so I thank you for welcoming me. I'm also have a PhD in counselor education, and I'm a marriage and family therapist. I have a local practice here of outpatient mental health. I work with parents who are raising children with attachment trauma. So if you know of any clinicians who want to do the deep work, send them my way, because that's what we do. How many of you, I think Christine, you said it, the still small voice, how many of you hear the still small voice? Yeah. Yeah, and do you listen to it? Right? I had to learn that. I had to learn to be obedient. I'm still learning, apparently, to be obedient to that still small voice. So for me, that is my guidance. And that's how I ended up being a therapist. I was in corporate America, working at a Fortune 40 company, and almost 20 years there, and nourished and nurtured in the business aspect. I was a business manager, and we served NASA space program and FAA and other projects. And at the end of that time, I was invited to become a partner in this Fortune 40 company. But unfortunately, that still small voice had already directed me to apply to graduate school, to become a marriage and family therapist. So I had to say, sorry, can't do it. I got to go this way. And I don't regret it. It feels like it's my calling, it's my truth. So during that time, I was meditating. I was meditating 3 times a day. And I had 2 master teachers that were assigned to me. One would give me the experience first, so I'm like falling through it, and then guide me to a passage that would help me understand how to face that challenge. The other would direct me to a Bible verse first, and then I'd memorize it and practice. So when the challenge came, I was ready. So, and I was speaking with Reverend Brent this morning, and he does the same thing, have a passage that guides you. So whatever helps ground you, to help you listen to that still small voice, I invite you to embrace. So the still small voice was speaking a few Sundays ago, as in this community, you all practice seeing the light in one another, seeing the gifts in you. And I just love that. That spoke volumes to me. So I said to Reverend Gill, and I'll tell you how it came, but I said to Reverend Gill, I've got this material that was channeled, and I'm no longer with that meditation group, and I'd like to invite some people from the congregation to join me in living the truths that were presented. And he looked at me and he goes, well, I think you need to introduce people to it first. Okay. So this is my introduction. If what you hear you like, there's a sign-up sheet in the back. I'd like to be able to be supported and gathered as we learn to live into the truth of who we are. I don't listen to the news, but the pieces that people tell me, I think we need to come out of separation consciousness now. I think we need to live into the truth of who we are. There is one. We are one human race, one people. And yeah, in the day-to-day, we forget that. I forget that. So I need a group. I'm a mammal. I need support in living into the truth of who I am. So if it resonates with you, please join me. So meditating 3 times a day. One night, I laid down for my 6 o'clock meditation, and as I laid down, Spirit said, it's the bookstore opening. You got to go. It's like, oh, I forgot. So in Occoquan, on the Occoquan River in Virginia, there was a metaphysical community, and there was a new bookstore opening. It was called A Woman's Wish. And I wanted to go meet other people, practitioners, see the classes. They were going to be offering all of this. So jumped up, didn't meditate, and went down, right, listening, being obedient, went down to the gathering. And after we mingled and, got to know one another, see what was around, they then had us in the 2nd floor upstairs, right, and came together in circle. They probably opened it in ceremony, and then we went into meditation. And the thing that had never happened before is I started to speak, whisper, what was coming up for me. Right? And I don't know these people, they're strangers, right? So I'm going to have this experience all to myself. And at the end, one of the people who was there looks at me and goes, that message was for all of us. I was like, excuse me? Right? He goes, you're going to be hit by the cosmic 2x4 because you didn't share it. And I was like, well, I don't believe in such a thing, so it's okay. But what I did is receive his message. So I started meditating, and a group of us came together. And we would go into the silence, And one day in the silence, that thing happened again, where I started to hear my voice starts to express. So this time, because I know these people, I'm not going to be quiet. I said it out loud, right? And so information started to come for all of us. And what Spirit said was, tell this message to no one in words. Tell it to everyone in actions. So we had gotten 4 messages, and I'm sorry, I was just so overwhelmed, right? I was talking to my cousin one day, y'all see it coming. I was like, oh my God, let me tell you what's happening, right? So I tell them, and we didn't get any more messages. Now, it might have been the end, I don't know, but it might have been because I broke the rule. I don't know, we'll see. We'll see. So the 4 lessons are, there is only one. There is only love. There is only now. And the oneness does not live in the illusionary. Wow, thank you. I think we've been living in the illusionary way too long. So I'm going to read just the first part and then take a little deeper. But as a licensed Unity teacher, and when I first started coming here, it was Unity, and then it was Unity and CSL. And then now it's just CSL. And I thought, I love you all. I'm going to stay, but I need to know what you teach. So I signed up for Foundations class so I could learn more, right? And there is the concept one. We say it every Sunday, right? So Ernest Holmes, the unity of existence, creative power that gives rise to all that is. We are unique expressions of that oneness. We are to recognize and connect with that oneness through silence, prayer, and meditation. In other words, nourish it, right? Live into it, right? So I saw the oneness concepts in what Ernest Holmes was teaching, and I was like, yes, I want more of that. So today's talk is a part of my final presentation for that class, where I get to take it a little bit deeper. Yay! So here it is. You are the one who must remember your truth, who must remember your heritage, who must remember your connection, who must remember your power, your will, your divine awesomeness, the divinity that is the core, the essence of who you are. From this core, from this seed, from this essence emanates everything else. The expression of your truth starts in this core. What you have to burn off in your first chakra, what you have to burn off, this shroud, this veil of fear that has been placed around your planet. Does that resonate? We've been taught to live in fear. We've been taught not to be our awesome, amazing selves. I even think about some of the phrases we raise our kids with, like, who do you think you are? Don't be too big for your britches. Right? What? Anytime you want to go, what? The collective says, don't do that. But that's exactly what we're called to do. And we're needed now. So I remember a dream I had. It was with my daughter. And we were walking towards a crowd, and the crowd seemed kind of ominous, kind of mean and threatening. And as we're getting closer, like, she's staying in love with me. She's trusting that I'm going to keep her safe. But as we get closer, she starts to go to fear. And as she goes to fear, I see this brown fog cover her. And I turn to my guardian angels, and I'm like, oh my God, what are we going to do? This isn't okay, right? And they're like, help her calm, help her go to her heart, help her see. If she doesn't, we can't reach her. And I thought, oh no. So as we get closer and closer to the crowd gets more and more menacing. I can't get her to come out of fear, and I wake up. And so, we're all roles in our dream, right? So it really was not about my daughter. It was about me, right? And so what Spirit is saying is, when I'm faced with a situation, with something that's going on, and I want to withdraw, my core wounding gets activated, I go to trauma response. No. What I am to do in that now moment is to breathe. Okay, Spirit, I'm turning it over to you. Help me, guide me. Show me the way. And that's going to happen to us many times throughout the day, where things happen, people say things, they cut us off in traffic, for goodness sakes, right? And I want to go, "Arr," but no, blessings, hope you make it to your destination safely, right? Can I shift in that now moment? That's what I'm being asked to do, so I can be a vessel for the oneness, so I can be the love, not look to everybody else to be the love. Let me show up. And maybe I inspire others in the way that I show up. But I think that's what we're called to do. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Good. I'm glad I'm not crazy all on my own. Yeah. Right? So I think for me, and I had an experience I'll tell you about in the end, I think for me, in order for me to show up as the love out in the community, I gotta love myself first. I cannot do for another what I'm not doing for myself. So there's a New Thought author, Paul Ferrini, and I love Paul Ferrini's writing. It's just like so heartfelt. He said, learning to love yourself and learning to love your brother go hand in hand. You can't love your brother and hate yourself, or love yourself and hate your brother. Your feelings about your brother simply mirror your feelings about yourself. All right? So, whatever I do for myself, I'm doing for others. That is what I need to move through. So I remember in my master's program, I had to attend a Alcoholics Anonymous class and group. And the first group I attended, they were very negative. They were in their story. Came back to class, oh, no, I can't do that. She goes, find another group, right? So I did. And this group was so spiritual, and they were walking distance from my school, from my graduate school. And so I could go there. They were uplifting. They were positive. I felt like I was walking on cloud 9 anytime I left one of their meetings. And one of the things they said there was that still to this day resonates with me is, if I'm in pain, something's wrong with who?
Me.
Yes, if I'm in pain, something's wrong with me. Like, oh my God, who do we say in our world, if I'm in pain, whose fault is it? Exactly. Stop that. Don't do it. You may, right. Whoa. And when I heard this, I was like, oh my God, that's so empowering. Because I don't know about any of you, but I haven't had any luck changing anybody else. And I got 2 ex-husbands to prove it. Right? So that's my point of power. I get to move into what's coming up for me. What do I need to do to heal this? Right? Huge. So when asked what was the greatest commandment, Jesus replied, love the Lord your God with all your heart, and with all your soul, and with all your mind. This is the first and greatest commandment. And the second is like it. Love your neighbor as yourself. Right? That is huge. And that's what I'm inviting us to do as we live into this message of oneness. If I'm responsible for my reaction and how I show up, right, that's my point of power. That's when I can step into what can I do differently. What I do for myself, I do for others. So I want to share a recent experience, and I just got this gift yesterday. So the end of September was probably the end of like 6 weeks in my agency of being treated disrespectfully, not spoken to when I walked in the room, and my core wounding. God, like, what's going on? Oh, nothing. Pretending like my reality wasn't really happening, right? And that just made things worse for me. My core wound is I don't belong. I'm not worthy. I was born at a time when it wasn't okay to have a baby and not be married, and my mother was 17. So when I was born, my family quickly whisked me away from her, and several other family members would raise me, and eventually they decided on one of my great-aunt moms. But my core wound is, if I'm seen, I'll be abandoned. And who does the baby blame when that happens? Every single time. The baby blames themselves. So I'm defective. I'm not worthy. So this experience triggered that core wound. I don't belong. And after about 6 weeks of doing it and having it go on, I walked into the room and I just lost it, right? And then the story becomes, ooh, look how she is. She's so mean and awful, and right? And I'm told I anchor a lot of power and mother energy. So that's like the mother wounding being reenacted. I lost half my agency after that. My core wound activated. I don't belong. I'm not loved. I'm not okay. And yesterday, in nature with my favorite tree, I was told I'm loved. That infant, it's okay. You are loved and you belong. You have a right to be seen. And so when I went into meditation after that, I saw in that situation what we're being called to with this first lesson is in that situation. I can go, oh, wait, this is my wounding. Oh, okay, thank you all for highlighting this for me. I can see what's coming up in me. Let me heal that. Let me heal the treatment I've been getting for the past 6 weeks. Let me own it. It hurts. And if I can own it, I can heal it and transform it, and then I don't have to give it to you. Yes? Right? And it just released yesterday. Yes, that deep sigh. I felt the love. Right? I am loved, and out of love, my family passed me around to find someone who could stand up and raise me, even if it took a community, because it took 3 of my great aunts to raise me. They took turns, right? Right? So that's what I'm calling you to do. When that situation comes, when that thing happens, can you own it? I know that's not what we're taught. We're taught to blame the other, but can we own it? Ooh, that's mine. What's coming up? What's being activated to be healed? And if we have community, you're not alone. You might say, I don't know how to heal this. I don't know how to own this. What do I do? How do I move forward with this? So, I love how Farini said, the other is just mirroring. Thank you for showing me what I need to work on. Thank you for helping me heal. I love that about Course in Miracles also, right? It's so core. I can remember when I was first doing Course in Miracles, I don't think I got past lesson 42. I don't know that I've ever gotten past lesson 42. But I'm in Virginia, and I go down Southern Virginia. Southern Virginia is very conservative, at least it was back then. And I'm in a mall, and it's like I say, hi, how are you? I'm like seeing people I don't even know, right? I've never been there before. But because of the Course, my heart was open, and I just felt like I belonged. Right? No pain, no separation. That's what we're called to do now. So if that resonates with you, and if you want to be able to join me in showing up in those situations that activate us, but showing up as the truth of who we are, I invite you to join me. As we come together, we can determine how often it'll be. But it will go into meditation. We will invite Spirit in. We will allow Spirit to guide us what is meant to be. My intention out of this is that we create a book. And that the sale of the book, the proceeds come back to Rio Grande Center for Spiritual Living and the New Thought Movement. Because I think we need to pass this message across the globe. I think the time is now for us to release the lies we've been told and step into the truth. As Ernest Holmes would say, live into the oneness, right? So that's my intention. And I invite you all, if it resonates with you, to join me, because I am ready. I am so ready for us to change how we show up with one another. We cause more pain. We cause more separation, more division. This is not, and it's not just humans, it's all life, right? It's Mother Earth, right? It's everything here. I'm ready to learn a new way. And if you're ready to learn a new way, please sign up, come join me as we get to activate and learn. What does this oneness thing mean? What does love my brother as myself mean? And transform our world with love. Thank you. Let's take that into prayer. If the practitioners and ministers could circle the room. Oh, as we come together as an expression of all that is, as we come together and awaken to the truth of who we are, give one another permission to live into that truth, to be our awesome selves. This is what we've been called to, and we are ready. Yes, Spirit, we are ready. With support, we can do anything. And we come together recognizing and reminding one another whenever it becomes hard that we are here as expressions of love, connection, uplifting, healing. Loving my brother as myself means I have to first learn to love myself. And we are all agreeing we've got lots of pain to heal in order to get to that place of self-love, and we're willing to do that work with your help, with your support, with the support of the one, of the divine, of all that is. We give thanks for this opportunity, for this awareness, for this community. And if you all will join me as we release this prayer in saying, and so it is. Thank you. It's okay.
Thank you, Dr. Michele. Powerful,
Thank you.
powerful words. Well, as you might know, this weekend is actually Memorial Day weekend. It seems like it came early this year, but it's okay. And it's like the whole year is just going by. The last decade, actually, has just gone by. Anyway, Cheryl Ray came to me a few weeks ago and said, you know, I'd like to do this song for Memorial Day. What do you think? Will it be okay? And I gave it some thought, and I decided, yes, it's more than okay. This is an old folk song, kind of. It's called Where Have All the Flowers Gone? And we want to send this out honoring any of us who may have lost someone in service, or we know of somebody who lost someone in service, and just keep them in your heart as you hear the words to this song.
I actually learned this when I was a kid. My sisters and I would go sing it to the people at the manor where my grandmother lived. We called it the old folks' home, and I'm realizing I'm the same age now. Some of those people were.
That's right. That's right.
That's a
Yeah. Where have all the flowers gone? Long time past. Where have all the flowers gone?
long time ago, when all the flowers gone, young girls pick them every one. When will they ever learn? When will they ever learn? Thank you, Cheryl Ray.
Wow, that was great. Brought back memories. Love that song. Is this working? Okay, good. Well, I know I certainly, for one, want to keep all this love flowing, this light flowing, this power and inspiration going. And so now it's time to share our abundance with one another so we can keep it flowing. For those of you who are online, there are multiple ways to give your offerings and donations, and they're scrolling across the screen right now. Those of you present here in the center are welcome to go that route or come forward and place your gifts in the donation baskets here on the stage. Everyone's offerings are essential to our ministries, and we sincerely are grateful for all you can share, whatever the amount. So please place your gift on your heart, and let's say the giving affirmation together. I am abundant, and I give from my abundance. I am prosperous, and I give from my prosperity. I am blessed, and I give from my blessings. My blessings of spirit are as abundant as the stars, and so I give and receive generously. So it is.
Blessed always, for the arms of God surround us. Let our joy be so triumphant that we rest in God and say amen. Please sing with me as you're walking up. Blessed always, for the arms of God surround us. Let our joy be so triumphant that we rest in God and say amen. Rest in God and say
Thank you so much, everyone. Please help me bless these offerings. Thank you, sweet Spirit, for these and all your gifts. We're grateful for the provision for all of our ministry needs and more. We are thankful for the infinite abundance in the universe, for our good health, for our friends and family, and especially for the opportunity to express our love and appreciation to one another. And in this moment of gratitude, we allow ourselves to appreciate the abundance and the prosperity that comes to our center. Each gift and giver are blessed and valued. We now declare that each person's peacefulness, joy, and abundance is increased 1,000-fold. Please join me by anchoring this prayer with, and so it is.
What a wonderful service. Thank you so much, Michele, for your very powerful message. Just beautiful. I wanted to remind everyone that practitioners will be in the prayer garden. We love to pray with you. Please stop by on your way back to the social hall where you can have wonderful goodies and check in with Marilyn and me about spiritual economics, which starts the first Tuesday in June 3rd. It's going to be an amazing class. We're incorporating all kinds of different things, so I think you'll really enjoy it. And also, please visit Gilbert and Brenda and others in the bookstore. With that, that's all. I think we go to another song.
I think we do, a closing
Thank you.
song. I just want to recognize Kent over here on the drums, Kent Pitzenbarger. And thank you so much for sharing your time and talent with us, Kent. Yeah. If you please stand, we're going to do a little reprise of the Eddie Watkins that I did as a solo, and we're just going to do the chorus. Let me see what a key would be great. I'm the place. Let's try that. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I again. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. Guess what? You are the place. You are the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. You are the place where God shows up. You, yes you. You are the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. You are the place where God shows up. We are the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. We are the place where God shows up. We are the place where God lives. Place where God shows up. Thank you. Happy Sunday.
Yes, yes. Going? Okay. So, in that next paragraph, I wanted to read this because it leads into our affirmation. When you remove this fear from your individual vessel, the fear still remains in your outer environment, your outer picturing. So your work then becomes living in true love, living in true light without your personal shroud, helped you to blend and kept you in ignorance. Your work then becomes being completely and totally exposed as a divine one. You are the one. So here is the affirmation. And it's about, we'll repeat it about 3 lines. So, I am a divine expression of the one.
I am a divine expression of the one,
Living my truth of love, connection, and healing
living my truth of love, connection, and healing
throughout my daily experiences.
throughout my daily experiences.
Thank you all. Make it an awesome week. We'll see you in the back.
Oh, beautiful, for spacious skies forever.